169, Anatoly Malikin will be taking on Rug in November. But I want to talk about why they canceled the event in Atlanta. This was supposed to be taking place in Atlanta with 4 title fights headlining the card. Anatoly Malikin was supposed to be fighting, Christian Lee was supposed to be fighting, Tawan Chai was supposed to be fighting, Rodtang is supposed to be fighting, and some of these fights fell apart. The card was not selling out as they predicted in Atlanta, and many surmise that that is why they canceled the event. However, One Championship wants to say otherwise. The question is, are they really running a sound, solid business? I like Chatri. I like what he has to say most of the time, but he is a promoter. He is a businessman first, and sometimes, as we've seen from Dana White, it takes a lot of lying. As we've seen from Don Davis, it takes a lot of bullshit to run a promotion. Nicholas Atkins says on Twitter here, he posts about it, 169 has been canceled from Atlanta and moved to Lumpinee Stadium. Lumpinee Stadium is where they hold almost every single one of their events, whether it's Amazon Prime, whether it's the Friday Night Fights, they hold it there almost every single week. Why move it back? They claim that it's due to an agreement in terms of contracts, in terms of holding a certain amount of events here. So, statement from One Championship here, I'll read it in a second. And then he says, Tawan Chai and Joe Nottawut have been removed from the card. Joe Nottawut was supposed to be fighting Tawan Chai, except for some reason he had a fight against Superbon back just a couple of weeks ago. Why would you schedule that and also schedule this title fight just a month later? That is utter BS and utter stupid promotional malpractice. You cannot not say that. That is just foolish. What if he got injured? Then that fight would be off. What is going on? What are they doing with their promotion? How can they even stand to run this business is my question. You almost sold out the Ball Arena in Denver, but Denver is a hotspot for MMA. A lot of people there know about combat sports. It's big for the combat sports fans. There's a lot of MMA promotions and things like that going on over in the West. Atlanta, on the other hand, is not a big MMA town. You can't just go in there and nobody knows who you are and sell out an event. And it seems like that's what they were failing to do, and now they're saying this from One Championship directly. One made a successful return to the U.S. on September 6th with 168. Denver nearly selling out Ball Arena with a live gate of over about $1.3 million US. Though the organization was slated to return to America with 169 in Atlanta on November 8th, the event will now be moved to Bangkok due to partner obligations in Thailand. Why would you promote and say that you were going to America if you have some other stupid obligation, partner, contract obligations? That sounds like fucking bullshit because there's nothing about a contract. You're just saying partner obligations. We have to hold this many events. How did you come to even set up an event in America then? Doesn't make any sense. You literally operate your business out of Thailand. How do you not know and are in constant communication with them? That just seems like BS. Smells of BS to me. But if somebody else has something different to say, let me know. One Championship, come out here and prove it then. All fans who purchase tickets to 169 Atlanta will receive a full refund via Ticketmaster. Yeah, thanks for that. Fans can also sign up for exclusive access to discounted tickets to One's 2025 US events by clicking here. How do I know you're going to even hold an event in 2025 at this point? You just canceled 1 out of 3 of your US events that you've had in the last 2 years. 169 in Bangkok's Lumpinee Stadium will still feature the blockbuster bouts slated for the Atlanta card, including Anatoly Malikin, Rug, Rodtang versus Jacob Smith, BS title fight, whatever. Tawan Chai and Smokin' Joe Nottawut have been removed from the card due to injury. Yeah, of course, you just went through a fucking fight, you dumbasses. Why would you even... What are we doing? How do I know you're going to even hold another event in the U.S.? You better discount my fucking tickets if there is, because I'm not going to pay $300 again to do that. Ridiculous. Anyway, let's look at the card real quick. We'll break down this card as we get closer to it, because no matter how stupid the promotion is, we talked about how the UFC promotion is not really at the top level it should be right now. They still put on good fights here and there. Rug Malikin, probably a BS fight. Malikin probably run over Rug. Who knows? Something might happen. Rodtang, Jacob Smith. It's a showcase bout for Rodtang. Hasn't fought in a while. Needs to get back in the win column. Was supposed to show out for the American crowd, but he's taking on Jacob Smith, who doesn't deserve it. It's a rematch. Christian Lee versus Rasulov. Christian Lee coming back down to lightweight after taking the welterweight strap. He's the double champ. He's been holding up both divisions for a long time. Whatever. Jackie Buntan doesn't really deserve this strawweight kickboxing world championship, but whatever. They're both good fighters. It'll be a fun fight between two women that are actually decent in strike. Marcus Almeida, Buchecha himself, the grappler, the big-time grappler, the much-accomplished jiu-jitsu artist versus Ali Akbari, my mistake. Striker versus grappler. Absolutely fantastic fight. Couldn't tell you who wins this fight. Either Ali Akbari is going to beat him up on the feet badly, or Buchecha is going to get to the ground and submit him. We know this. Adriano Moraes versus Danny Kingad. Two of the top-ranked guys at flyweight. The two guys that are sitting behind Demetrius Johnson right now. Demetrius Johnson just retired. I suspect this will probably be for either a title eliminator fight or to set up the title shot that's going to be coming next after Demetrius moves on from the belt. That's between Adriano Moraes, a huge flyweight, and Danny Kingad, a really, really talented striker out of the Philippines. Fun Muay Thai fights. Sam A just got a big win. He's getting older, but he's going to be taking on Zhang Paiman, the young guy versus the old guy, the 40-year-old versus the 20-year-old in kickboxing. This one's going to be a fun one. Kind of just a goofy fight. Two guys that can absolutely slug it out on the feet for fun with not much, I don't know what the right word is, not much consequences on the other half of that. Zhang mostly fights in a more quick fashion, and Sam A, obviously, if you don't know who he is, he's got massive power in his hands, and he's been putting guys lights out for a very, very long time. Now, we've got another fight from Cade Ruotolo, the sensational grappler, the guy who just won the CJI a couple of months ago. He's going to be stepping into an MMA bout against Ahmed Mujtaba, who just more recently than not, has had a couple fights in between, but he lost to Sage Northcutt just a year ago. Where the hell is Sage Northcutt, you might be wondering? I don't know. This one's going to be a fun one. This card is absolutely stacked to the gills. Super, super fun. A return to the old One Championship cards that they used to put together without spreading everything so far apart like they do now. Eddie Abasolo, American fighter. Obviously, he was supposed to be in Atlanta, so he's going to stick on the card. Fun guy to watch in the Muay Thai realm. And then Jake Peacock, also. He's in, like, Canadian... Oh, he's Canadian, British, whatever. I'm not sure where he's training right now, but he's that guy who's got one arm or half an arm. Really, really kind of a fun, scrappy fighter. That's going to be fun to watch, just to see him continue to rise above what the expectations are in a one-armed, single-armed fighter. Like, that's kind of a big deal. How do you fight Muay Thai like that? Well, he does it, and he throws his elbow kind of thing around, and it's pretty fun to watch. Like I said, why did they really cancel this event? It's up in the air right now. Probably won't ever hear about why it's exactly confirmed, but I suspect it's due to the ticket sales. The ticket sales were not great. It was not selling as well as the Denver card. Denver wasn't even selling very well until the last 2 weeks, where they bumped the prices down really, really low, sold them for like $30-35 a piece, as opposed to like $100, which they originally were. And I suspect that's what was going on in Atlanta. But Atlanta people on the East Coast just aren't into MMA in the same form and fashion that West Coast, Colorado, traditional MMA audiences are. I had my tickets. I was ready to go. Thought it was going to be in a blast. But, yeah, if you can't sell out an arena and if you can't make money back, then you might as well just eat the $1 million or whatever it was to pay for the arena and get all this promotion going. It's not worth losing more money than you can, I guess, and that's what One Championship does. But, of course, they're a promotion. They're never going to admit defeat. And according to them, it was due to partner obligations with the Lumpinee Stadium, which you are in every week. I just don't believe it. I don't think it's real. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you guys have heard anything. I don't really care. One Championship, they're just doing whatever. I could look into this. I could do some research and come back to you. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.